Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 424, where comics originally releasing on December 13th, 2017. But Drew, before you and I get into what's coming out this coming Wednesday in your world of comics, we went over our 12 books of Christmas last week, and we asked the listeners and some of our other people to submit their 12 books of Christmas. Do you have any of those for us today, Drew?
I do. We got some listeners that weighed in with theirs. First up, I think as soon as I uploaded the episode, a tweet came out from Wolf. It was like instant, man. And then he says, "Boy, is our list different." Number 12, Super Sons.
Nice.
That was on mine. Number 11, Extremity.
Okay.
Number 10, Rock Candy Mountain. Number 9, XO Man of War.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8, Batman White Knight. Number 7, Dark Ark. Number 6, Nightwing New Order.
There you go.
Number 5, Redneck. Number 4, Baby Teeth. Number 3, Black Bolt. Number 2, Black Hammer. Number 1, I think we all know.
I think we all know number 1.
Do we even have to say it?
Do we have to say Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur?
Yes, that's what it is. So he got, let's see, a DC, 2 DCs, a Valiant, some Image, and some Marvel, but only a couple Marvel.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. A Dark Horse, an Aftershock, a couple Donny Cates in there back to back. That's a pretty good list.
Very good list.
Pretty
impressive.
Pretty varied. And I thought it would be Marvel heavy, so I
did
prejudged
too.
the list
I just assumed
before I
when
read
you
it.
said we'd have a wolf, I was like, give me 14 Inhumans book in the 12 book thing.
No, he did some good stuff. So Wade Ledden chimed in with his. Number 12, Mother Russia.
What?
Is that Alterna?
Might be.
What is Mother Russia? I should have done some research. Number 11, Action Comics. Number 10, Darth Vader. Number 9, X-Men Blue. Number 8, Detective. Number 7, Punisher. Number 6, Mighty Thor. Number 5, Superman. Number 4, Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Number 3, Batman. Number 2, Super Sons. And number 1, Paper Girls. Pretty good list.
Number 1, Paper Girls. That's pretty
Number
awesome.
1 is Paper Girls. Yeah, good stuff. Let's see. Aaron Churchill, his list in. Number 12, Briggsland. Number 11, Lazarus, the X plus 66 mini.
Okay.
Number 10, Killer Be Killed.
There you go.
Number 9, Aquaman. Number 8, Detective. Number 7, Royal City. Number 6, Monstrous. Number 5, Department H, or Depth, as you like to say.
I like to call it
Number 5, Mr. Miracle. Or number 4, Mr. Miracle. Number 3, Black Hammer. Number 2, Black Monday Murders. And number 1, Motor Girl. Number 1 is Motor Girl, yeah. And he's actually then recategorized them by company. He has 1 from Abstract Studios, 3 from Dark Horse, 3 from DC, and 5 from Image. What's missing? No Marvel.
No Marvel.
Clint wrote a book. He says, after about 20 minutes of going through this year's books and an hour trying to order them, here are my 12 comics o' Christmas. To appease Drew, I didn't pick anything that wasn't less than 2 issues into. It's late, so don't judge me if what I write is incomprehensible. Yeah, with a V. That's all right. Here we go. Number 12, Extremity. Daniel Warren.
Another reoccurring Extremity.
Yeah, another reoccurrence. And one that I've slept on. I just kind of checked out that first issue and then didn't stick around. So he says Daniel Warren Johnson's art. Need I say more? So that must be something to check out. Number 11 is Venom. I really wasn't expecting to like a Venom book so much, but Mike Costa has been killing it on this series. Book explores a lot of relationship themes, and I like how deep it goes for a mainstream Marvel book. And 150 with art by my favorite artist, Trad Moore, was phenomenal. Number 10, TMNT Universe. IDW's TMNT verse is my favorite incarnation of the Turtles by far. A lot of that has to do with the huge cast and universe they created, which is explored more in this aptly named anthology series.
Yeah, I bought the first issues of Universe but never jumped in.
There you go. Number 9, Aliens Dead Orbit. Pretty sure this started in January, and we still don't have a number 4, but you can't go wrong with James Stokoe drawing xenomorphs. Those have been cool, and I never really liked Aliens that much as a movie. It was okay, but I wasn't like an Aliens crazy person, and I never read any of the
You're
comics.
gonna get some mail for that.
Yeah,
just
Aliens was good, but it really wasn't into the whole Aliens versus Predator stuff and all that stuff that followed.
I'll give you that.
Never checked out the comics until this Dead Orbit because of Stokoe, and it is pretty darn cool. His art is fantastic, and the story's pretty good. Number 8, Redlands. There's still a lot we don't know about this book, but I love the mystery to it, and it's just beautiful. Mm-hmm. Getting to know this small town has been a blast, especially with the back matter. Issue number 3 with the Crocodile Man is what won me over. So I haven't read 3 yet, I don't think. Maybe I have. I don't remember that. Yeah, the back matter has all those made up newspaper clippings, which I haven't really read them, but they look well put together. Number 7 is Wildstorm. I'm not very well versed in the old Wildstorm universe, but this series has been amazing. This and Injection are what made Warren Ellis my favorite writer in the industry. Wow. I like Wildstorm a lot. It's really good. Batman White Knight. I've been in love with Sean Murphy's art since his American Vampire mini with Scott Snyder. His Vertigo book, Punk Rock Jesus, is still possibly my favorite comic ever. So seeing him write and draw a Batman story, I was all in before it was even announced. Yeah, it's delivered. Injection is number 5. This is one of the greatest books I've seen from Image. My first tattoo came from it, so I'm obviously a big fan. Ellis, Shalvey, Belair, it would definitely be higher up had this year's story arc blown me away like the previous 2. You were reading that for a while, weren't you, Kyle?
Yep, I still have a bunch of them.
But you're behind?
I'm behind, like everything.
Yeah. Number 4 is Doom Patrol. I said Punk Rock Jesus might be my favorite comic ever, but Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol is a strong contender. Gerard Way and Nick Darrington's Incarnation is my favorite superhero team, is the closest anyone will get to that greatness. Despite the delays, this is still one of the best books on the stands. Number 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mentioned earlier how much I love this series. It's good. And the January standalone issue focusing on Alopex, my favorite character in the series, probably has a lot to do with it being this high on the list. Does that ring a bell?
Nope.
Nope. Number 2, Mr. Miracle. This book is absolutely perfect. I don't know much about the New Gods to begin with, and that almost makes the series better. I love the unconventional storytelling methods, the relationship between Scott and Barda, and the art is just flawless. And number 1 is Deadly Class. Why aren't more people reading this book? Cowabunga only has 1 subscriber. I wonder who it is. Besides climate change and people packing into parking spots, that's probably what pisses me off the most in life. Everyone who has read it says it's their favorite book. Read this if you haven't already. They just finished making a TV pilot. I'm serious. I told you. Read it now. Tell your listeners to read it. I just did. We just did. So there you go. There's our some top 12s from our listeners. We appreciate you guys contributing that, and you can still get those in if you want to send them to us via email. It's comicsforfunandprofit@gmail.com, or you can go to our Facebook page or Twitter, and it's Comics Fun Profit or something like that. You can find it through our website, which is comicsfunprofit.com. And while you're there, click on our iTunes tab, and it'll shoot you over there so you can leave a nice little rating and review. I think that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we appreciate all that. We've got some Marvel news as well. Of course, you all heard Axel Alonzo was out, and the new Marvel editor is C.B. Cebulski. So Marvel, of course, vetted him properly, made sure that this hire was not going to embarrass them in any way, and was going to be a great hire. Oops. Turns out C.B. Cebulski, while as an editor for Marvel, wrote under a pseudonym Akira Yoshida, and appropriated Japanese culture to do so. Not a big deal, probably, but it's against the rules. You're not allowed to work for other comic book entities while being an editor at Marvel. So he was breaking the law, and they just decided to hire him anyway. And then, depending on how you feel about appropriation, if the company wanted an anime story, or something about Japanese culture, why did they not go to a Japanese person? So that's kind of the take that I have. Seems like he's kind of a liar, but he still got the job. If you've heard differently, I'd be glad to hear it. But you heard anything about this, Kyle, besides what I just said?
I saw the article and a couple headlines, but I didn't dive too far into it. I just kind of laughed and said, "Oh, geez."
It's a bit of a black eye. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's not. I don't know if it's a terrible hire, but it's questionable, and maybe they could have went in a different direction, especially with the diversity they've been trying to increase in their product lines. To maybe make a diversity hire, but that's too bad. They picked an old white guy. Let's see here. We have exciting news. If you're looking for an LCS, we, of course, recommend Cowabunga Comics in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. Cowabunga with a K. Check them out on online and because we love them so much, they are allowing us to select a Comics for Fun and Profit Spec Pick of the Month, coming up from the new previews that's out. And this month's pick is, what did I say it was called? Oh, Come Into Me from Black Mask. It's Come Into Me #1, Black Mask Comics, written by Zach Thompson and Lonnie Nadler, with art by Peter Kowalski. And these guys are the ones that wrote The Dregs. And this is a new horror series that revolves around body image, social media, and memory. So it looks kind of trippy. There's a lot more in the solicits. You can check that out. It's a $3.99 book that comes out at the end of February. But the good folks at Cowabunga, because it's a comic for fun and profit, Spec Picks of the Month, are going to give that to you as a very nice discount, a deep discount as a featured Spec Pick of the Month. And if you want to find out more about how you can get that deep discount on that, you can reach out to them directly at orders@cowabungacomics.com, and they'd be glad to help you. In addition, if that's not cool enough, and all the other cool stuff about Cowabunga, and they have all the cool bundles and things that other online retailers might have. They also have a bundle that nobody has. It's called a Spec Bundle. And so there are 5 #1 comics that are going to be bundled at a deep discount when you buy all 5. These are all number 1s. These are all back half books. I don't have the publishers in front of me, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's Wilds number 1, Pumpkinhead number 1, Battle Cats number 1, Shiver Bureau number 1, and Bloodborne number 1. And it's a pretty cool deal to buy all 5. And if you're listening to this and you like specking on books and you like being on the ground floor of new comics and checking out new stuff before everybody else from small publishers, this is the bundle for you. I never get the all-in DC bundles or the all-in Marvel bundles or something. I'm not that all-in on that stuff, but this is one I can get behind 100%. I'm excited about this offering, and it's just another cool aspect to having Cowabunga as our LCS. So we get these little treats like this each month. So I'm really excited about it. And again, reach out to them. Find on their website, Cowabunga with a K, or you can send them an email, orders@cowabungacomics.com. That's enough of a plug for those guys, right? Let's move on.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. That's enough of our airtime, our precious, precious airtime that we're sacrificing. It is sneak peek time.
All right, Drew, let's follow me over to previewsworld.com. We're going to find December 13th, 2017. We'll find our new releases. I'm going to switch it to table view. And Drew, let's start where we always love to start. Let's start in Dark Horse.
Well, I think we got to mention Aliens Dead Orbit number 4.
Yeah, we just talked about.
Yeah. So, Clint, go get that. And I want to read it too because I'm excited about it.
Very cool looking cover.
Yeah.
Then this is the conclusion. This is part 4 of 4, I believe.
Yep.
So the conclusion to Orc Strain creator James Stokoe's thrilling and claustrophobic alien story.
Yep. Kind of neat.
Go ahead.
You doing Giants?
I was going to talk about it, but if you got to get it.
Nope, go ahead.
All right, Giants number 1 from Carlos Valderrama and Miguel Valderrama. This is $3.99 from Dark Horse. A cataclysm of unknown origins unleashed a race of gigantic monsters whose presence has driven humanity underground. There, 2 orphans discover that the most dangerous monster is ambition, with which unchecked will grow until it devours you. The original vision from 2 powerful new talents, the Valderrama brothers. It's their first American work. It seems like a really cool premise. I'm not always on board for Dark Horse lately, but this one I'm definitely in.
Yep. We have Lady Killer's trade paperback, Volume 2. Collects the first, all 5 issues of the series. The Volume 2 of Lady Killer. If you haven't read it, it's good. If you haven't read the first one, you should read it, but this is also good. And it is, of course, written by the lovely and talented Joelle Jones, who does the writing and the art, and is a wonderful comic. And that's it for me.
Yeah, anything? That's about all for me as well, Drew. So let's head on down to DC.
Just beautiful, beautiful alternate cover for Action. Who's doing that?
Francis Manapul and Trevor Scott.
That's pretty nice. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
This is a Booster Gold story that's starting here, too. So it's the start of a story arc. Action 993. If you like Booster, check that out. It hasn't been around that much. Got a second printing of Batman Who Laughs. Looks like the first one.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Raphael Albuquerque does the cover B for Detective 970, which is a pretty nice looking alt cover as well. But it's not like the A covers aren't bad. They're pretty nice too. We got a Howard Porter cover B for Flash 36. And it's also the start of a story arc called A Cold Day in Hell.
Dan Mora with cover B on Titans.
Oh, nice. 5th issue of Mr. Miracle.
That book
out.
is hot, hot, hot.
Yeah. I mean, everything Tom King's doing is hot, hot, hot. That damn Batman annual. Did you read that?
No, I bought it but didn't read it.
It was really good.
Yeah, I heard good things about it.
Really good. I don't know why it's Spec and hard, but it's a really, really good read.
Yeah, sold
Maybe
through.
that's
Went
all
to
it
a
takes.
second. Sold through. Went to a second print already.
Yeah.
Spiked super early. Like if you were able to sell it online before it released, like if you pre-sold it, I saw it selling as high as 25.
Crazy.
And it settled back down to 10. There's the aforementioned Wildstorm.
My beloved Scooby Apocalypse.
Ah.
Is that Supergirl another art germ?
Oh, good call. Good call. Yes. My goodness, yes. Supergirl 16. Cover B. That's a book to have.
You like the art germs.
Oh, I love them. I love them. I love them.
And does Stanley Lau have a bunch of... Has he been in comics a long time? Do we know?
I don't know the answer to that.
We should go to Comics TV sometime and see what kind of other covers he's done and see if they look as nice.
Or if he found his style recently.
That's true. It's probably happened.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else in DC, Drew?
Mm-mm.
Quite a few good things to listen to or to read this week. All kinds of neat stuff. All right. Let's head on down to IDW.
Wow. If you would have told me Back to the Future is at issue 25, I'd have laughed in your face.
Jeez, yeah, no kidding.
Really? Wow. It's their final issue, though, too. Issue 25 is the end of it. What's your favorite part about the Back to the Future series in comics?
In comics,
I can't think of anything.
it's Biff. Whenever they draw Biff, that's
Whatever. Yep. Yeah. IDW, thank you for playing this week. Goodbye.
Next, all right, let's head on down and see what Image has for us.
We got Coyotes. Went to a second printing, and then the second issue is also out. In case you missed it. Pretty good. Port of Earth, very good. Its second
you like
issue's
that?
out. I liked it a lot, yeah. And, of course, I love World City. Its 8th issue is out with a whole Image homage, or album homage from the 90s.
Rumble has relaunched. Rumble #1.
Yeah, what's that about with the relaunch?
They just said, you know what? Let's start over. Let's see if we can grab some more people, and let's start telling our story again. So
Yeah, maybe
they
it'll work.
are back.
Dan Panosian slots as well. Its 3rd issue is out. Looks really good.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking forward to that one.
Are you still reading Wicked and Divine?
Nope. They kind of lost me, and I just haven't really jumped back on.
Yeah. Last one was okay. It's pretty good, but it's kind of I can see how that would have happened. They have a Christmas annual. If anyone's still interested. I don't see anything else really.
All right, let's head on down and see what Marvel has for us. All new Wolverine Legacy. Very, very cool cover on that. Of course, Tom Taylor writing that book. Part 4 of the Orphans of X storyline. You doing Daredevil?
Yeah. I am reading that Mayor Fisk storyline. It's pretty good.
Dan Mora on the cover on that as well. Let's see. Falcons, Jean Grey. Did you see the essentially the Jean Grey book in the new previews? The new X-Men Red or whatever?
Oh, no.
Tom Taylor writing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll check it out.
Yep, we'll have to keep an eye out for that one coming out. So,
Secret Warriors still going strong at number 10.
Runaways number 4. I just was watching a preview for the Runaways TV show.
Oh, really?
The Hulu show.
Is it live action?
Yeah.
Huh. Do I need to get is it the Brian K. Vaughan volume that you need to get back to? Mm-hmm. I'm guessing that's what they're going to base it on.
That's what. The beginning stuff.
Oh, that's cool. I'll check that out.
Star Wars 40.
And this is now Kieran Gillen, right?
Yep. Yep. Ashes of Jeddah Part 3.
Jado is that
the city.
The Jedi?
Yes.
Or is that the place where the Jedis were training? I'm trying to think.
It's the temple.
It's the temple, okay. That's about it.
Yeah. I'm not doing Weapon X anymore, but it's...
I've heard good things.
Nuclear War, Part 1. I like that cover. What do you think of that Raza cover?
Is that the Weapon X cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Neat little cover there, so... Trying to see if any of these True Believers $1, but they're not looking as homage as I thought they would. All right, Drew, let's head on to our back half. Let's look at our black masks, our Titans, our Dynamites, our Booms.
So we got a nice Greg Smallwood cover for Archie's number 3, which has been a fun little series. The 11th issue of Animosity.
Yeah. Slow going, but we're on 11 now.
Yeah, I kind of wish we hadn't rolled that out into I think there's like Animosity the Rise, and there might be another Animosity.
Yeah, there was another one-shot in there. In this turning point issue, Jesse learns one serious lesson. Never anger the swarm. Oh, cool. So, insects, did they become sick?
Yeah, it's all about bees right now.
Yeah.
And the humans are not who they seem. Maybe.
Cullen Bunn, The Damned, number 6 from Oni Press. Moving right along.
We've got Grave Trancers, number 1 from Black Mask Comics, written by M.L. Miller and art by James Why Not? Why? Why not? On a journey to track down the grave of their estranged father, Maribel and Anthony find their way to the Malore Cemetery, a strange, seemingly abandoned field of mostly unmarked tombs. There they encounter an eccentric clan of grave robbers who have devised a highly addictive drug made from human remains. And the fresher the corpse, the stronger the dose. What started out as an attempt to reconnect with the past becomes a descent into a psychedelic neon-colored nightmare. Will Maribel and Anthony find their way through the hallucinogens, or will they become the next hit? It is a trippy-looking cover.
There you go. Drew, the next book is one that I went pretty all out on. You and I both Went pretty all out on Judas #1 from Boom Studios.
Yes, we did.
Both this and the incentive cover we get coming. I got multiple copies of the cover A on it. It just seems cool. It seems fun. It seems something I'm definitely interested in. I'm going to probably purchase at least 2 runs of the whole series. I think it's 4 issue, right?
Yep.
So, Emmy and WGA Award nominated writer Jeff Loveness, we know from Marvel's Nova, presents an exploration of the classical biblical character, perfect for fans of Preacher and the Goddamned. Judas Iscariot journeys through life and death, grappling with his place in the greatest story ever told, and how much of his part was preordained in a religion built on redemption and forgiveness. One man had to sacrifice himself for everyone, and it wasn't just Jesus.
Was it?
Mm-mm.
According to this guy.
It just seemed pretty cool, and it's neat to see kind of from the hopefully the point of view of Judas and what he knew of his own sacrifice, or it's kind of, I don't know, it's a really cool premise, and for 4 issues for Boom Studios, I'm going to give it a shot and hope it's good.
Yep, it does look really good. Have you watched or read Girl with a Dragon Tattoo?
I watched the English version of the one that came, the movie.
Well, there's a bunch in this series, I guess. This is Millennium Girl, who kicked the Hornet's Nest, and it's Stieg Larsson, who I think is the same author.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yep.
And I usually stay clear of anything that's like tied into TV, movies, and stuff, and books, because it's, I don't know, I have a bias against that, and I got to get over it. But this is part of the hard case crime line, which I've really been enjoying. So I'm going to kind of go against that, and it's still Lisbeth Salander, who is the girl with the dragon tattoo. So it's the same character and doing something else in this. So I'm going to check this out because they've been so strong. They've just been really good. They're a little pricey, so it's a $5.99 book. A lot of pages normally, and quality's been there so far. So I've really had fun reading these, and I'm gonna cross over into kind of a licensed property, I guess.
Yeah, okay. The 4th issue of Misbegotten Runaway Nun from Action Lab.
Any cool covers on that one?
Yeah, cover A is pretty dope. A sexy
sexy nun.
One Eye. What's the name of the One Eye thing?
Geisha?
I don't know, sure.
A one-eyed geisha?
Crazy.
Geisha girl. Yeah, there she is. Doesn't do it for me. That's like the lady from
Cyclops. That's the friggin' word I couldn't think of was Cyclops. Oi.
Well, they call her the Claudette, the one-eyed geisha.
Yeah.
In the thing. And I thought you were thinking of Cyclops. I got you.
I was just thinking of what is a character with one eye. It's called a Cyclops.
And then what's the lady from Futurama?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can't think of the name.
Yeah. Let's see. Got a Slam Next Jam number 4 with a Bartel variant, subscription variant as well. Great read, fun stuff. Roller derby, man.
We've got a new Aftershock book this week as well, Drew. Monstro Mechanica number 1.
Oh yeah.
A new series starring Leonardo da Vinci, his female apprentice, and their wooden robot. At the height of the Renaissance, warring factions vie for control of Leonardo da Vinci's destructive arsenal. The only thing standing in their way is Leonardo's young apprentice and her 9-foot-tall mechanical bodyguard. Together they navigate a world of wicked men and war machines, determined to save Leonardo from the world and the world from Leonardo. From the creators Paul Allor from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Chris Evelus from Winona Earp comes the swashbuckling adventure story about war, identity, and the birth of the modern era. I ordered a few of these as well.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think that's about it for me.
Yeah, I got nothing else on my radar. Skin and Earth is over, the last one of those. Yep. All right, Drew, this is the point where I tell you to pick your pick of the week. What is the one book worth going to your local comic book shop, snagging up, making sure you're bagging and bordering, because, boy, that thing will create more value. It'll go up in price, and people will be jealous that you have it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got expectations this week.
I tell you, you do. I think it's really down to 2 for me, and I know which way you're leaning, so I'm going to go with Monstro Mechanica from
Very
Aftershock.
nice. Very nice. And I'm, of course, going with Judas number 1. So 2 back half books are their Comics for Fun and Profits big picks. If you didn't pre-order them, get to your LCSs quick, because they are smaller books, both Aftershock and Boom. So hopefully they'll be there, because we think those are both worth snagging up. Of course, we had a few of the Killer Bees in DC that we liked, and a couple other things along the way, as well as his pricing Giants number 1 from Dark Horse. And if you're into the Aliens Dead Orbit number 4, we talked about that as well. So all kinds of reasons to go to your local comic book shop and pick things up this week. So definitely a good week. Anything else, Drew?
Nope, that'll do it.
All right, well, thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. Thank you for following along with Drew and myself as we went through comics originally releasing December 13th, 2017. Of course, Drew told you can find us at our Gmail account, Facebooks, and Twitter, and all that fun stuff. Feel free to drop us a line. If we missed a book this week, tell us about it. If you think we are crazy for thinking Judas number 1 or Monstro Mechanico might be worth something, feel free to tell that as well. So we thank you so much, and for Drew and for myself, see ya!